Hao watu wako tu wakilipa hao watu wa make sure wameambia wale watu wawalipe. Hao watu ni very poor.
And they are cleaning the hospital. You see, for me, I've given somebody a contract. Isn't it? I've given them a contract. If I give you a contract and you're not able to maintain your contract, then that's a different thing. You understand? You cannot blame me. You cannot blame me, yes, as the governor, for not paying them, for not paying them the cashes. Sasa huyo contractor, senator, si ndio tuko supposed nimuulize kwa nini? Lakini hata tukisema senator, huyo contractor nipe. Kama ninakwambia wewe ni senator wangu.
Sammy Kioko was known for his lifestyle and influence, but behind this scene, a different story was unfolding. Wavinya, once closely connected to him, became part of a situation that would spark attention, controversy, and public debate. It all began when Sammy Kioko was awarded a contract to supply uniform to a governor under Wavinya's leadership. What seemed like major opportunity quickly turned into something no one expected. Payments were delayed, questions began to rise, and soon, accusations of betrayal started to surface. This video, we will look what really happened behind the scene and why did the governor allegedly refuse to pay. We take a deep look, breaking down the events, the claims, and the truth behind the story that left many people shocked. Sammy Kioko was once a harbor man, building his life through comedy and influence. Known for his energetic personality and strong online presence, he quickly built a loyal audience across the country. And in early March 2021, he took a major step, launching his fashion brand Kioko Designs, located outside Commercial Center. With growing support from fans and customers, the business began to thrive, opening doors to even bigger opportunities. By the year 2023 and 2024 financial year, Sammy Kioko had secured a major contract to supply uniform for the Machakos County government under the leadership of Wavinya. At first, everything seemed to go smoothly. The work was reportedly completed and expectations were clear. But when Sammy Kioko demanded the payment, amounting to 19 million Kenyan shillings, something unexpected happened. Delays began, documents were submitted, follow-ups were made, yet the payment did not come.
Kuna watu walikuwa wananiambia mimi kutaka kuona governor dakika moja. Leo nimehitaji kuona governor. Nimepigia wale marafiki niwaambie akisiupigie governor mwambie achukue simu zangu, mwambie nione. Marafiki sasa kumbe hata wana namba ya governor. Kutoka asubuhi nimekuwa hapa kwa ofisi ya governor White House. Nimekuwa hapa White House. Na imagine nataka tu kuona governor. Nataka tu kuona governor. Lakini kuna watu wamehakikisha kabisa siwezi ona governor.
What started as a promising business deal was slowly turning into a gloomy dispute, raising serious questions about what was happening behind closed doors. As the delays continued, Sammy Kioko found himself under increased pressure. With no payment coming through, he made a direct move, seeking an audience with Machakos Governor Wavinya, hoping for answer. But what happened next only deepened the mysterious. According to Kioko, he was informed that the responsibility of payment did not lie with the governor, raising even more questions about who was really accountable. As time went on, the financial strain began to take a serious toll. Loans piled up, business operations slowed down, and eventually, Kioko was forced to shut down his shop, unable to sustain workers or keep the business running. Behind the public story, the personal impact was even heavier. Reports suggested his family was also affected, and the pressure pushed him into a difficult mental and emotional state. Meanwhile, Governor Wavinya maintained that the issue was being political, suggesting that the situation was being used to damage her reputation. But this only raised more questions. If the contract was awarded under administration, why was the responsibility being denied? And if all documents were placed, as Kioko claims, what was really causing the delay? The situation soon caught wider attention, drawing in another public figures, including former Governor Mike Sonko. Sonko attempted to intervene, proposing that partial payments could help ease the burden. But despite his influence and connection, a resolution still remained out of reach. So the question remained, how does complete government contract turn into a dispute with no clear end? And why, despite public attention and intervention, has the issue remained unresolved?
Can't even get a shilling right now. Hata shilingi siwezi pata. All that the county can say, Kioko is playing politics. What politics now? Who is interested in politics? Kioko is funded by the national government. Which national government is funding me? Hii national government ingekuwa imenifund, huyo msichana angekuwa mgonjwa. Huyo msichana angekuwa amepelekwa hospitali.
Haya, sasa hizi wacha tupigie Sonkore. Lugo shonga na Sonko. But the guy is really in need. Tumefika mwisho, so tukaona tukupigie. Unajua ino nakuanga champion ya wanyonge. Tuone tunaweza saidiana aje.
Okay, anadai county pesa ngapi?
19 million.
Akona proof ya kusupply?
All of them.
Na anasema governor anasema nini?
Governor tumejaribu kumtafuta, bado kumpata imekuwa ngumu, lakini sasa unajua wale watu wa Karon governor ndio sasa wanacheza mbaya.
Hiyo pia ndio shida ya magavana sasa zingine. Okay, mtume kwangu.
Okay.
Because governor tunapeana heshima.
Yes.
Kuje kwa lile anaweza kuja kwangu.
Akuje saa hizi, siko kwa ofisi saa hii.
Sasa usiku hatuwezi mpata governor.
Oh, okay.
It's a ministry line.
Kesho asubuhi.
Ndio nataka akuje kesho tutafute governor pole pole.
Okay.
Tuweze kana chini ya maji.
Okay.
Tuone vile anaweza saidika.
Okay.
And maybe county iko block.
Okay.
You never know, alafu tuone proposal gani atapewa ya kulipo hata kama ni pole pole.
Wange discuss tu hata hiyo instead of kumchafulia jina. Kusema ni imposter na kuna documents zote zimekuwa received na zimekuwa rubber stamp na county. Na washa supply. Yeah? Sio kuna evidence ya kusupply, sio? Ako nayo mpaka amesha supply everything.
Nimesikia hiyo story kwa mtandao huko kwetu.
Yeah.
Sawa, tunaweza kusaidia.
Haya. Okay.
As the story continued to spread across the country, public pressure began to rise. Leaders within Machakos reportedly demanded answer from Governor Wavinya Ndeti, questioning why the debt had remained unpaid despite regulation that require pending obligation to be addressed with a reasonable time frame. During this discussion, the governor presented her side of the story. She explained that when she assumed office, the county was already facing a massive financial burden, debts amounting to over 3.8 billion Kenyan shillings. According to her, the situation was complex. Paying one debt could affect the county's ability to meet other critical responsibilities, including paying employees and maintaining essential services.
But our recommendation is this: any debt that is older than 365 days should be settled.
And if you'll allow me, Chair, to say, of course, when I took office, I found a bill of 3,812,556,795. We verified 2,126,781,000. And from those bills, I've been able to pay 642 million, remaining with 1.4 billion. We have verified legal fees of 921, which the files 921 million, which the files have been taken by the ESCC. That is for the previous regime. We also have verified of 757 million, which do not have documents. So anything without documentation from the previous regime is very hard for us to pay.
But even with that explanation, one key question refuses to go away. If the financial situation is already this strained, why were new contracts still be issued? And more importantly, what happens to contractors who deliver their work in good faith?
Should not exceed 365 days.
Chair, if I was to pay all the pending bills I found, I would not have had money for 1 year. Any work that is finished before a department can even procure anything, we have to pay the pending bills, which we have taken it as fast charge.
As weeks turn into months, frustration continued to build for Sammy Kioko. What had once seemed like a breakthrough business opportunity had now become a source of stress and financial pressure. Eventually, the situation reached a breaking on March 27, 2026. Kioko made the decision to go public, addressing the issue. directly and sharing his side of the story with public. It was a bold move, one that would shift the entire narrative, but what was meant to be a peaceful address quickly turned into something else. Reports indicate that the gathering was disrupted by individuals attempting to interfere with the meeting, some claiming they had their own interests as contractors. The scene became tense, confusion spread, and once again more questions began to emerge. Who are these individuals, and why disrupt a public address if there was nothing to hide? But despite the interruption, Kioko stood his ground. During his statement, he set a 7-day deadline for the governor to respond and address the matter.
Amesupply na akona legit documents just to avoid stories here, because we are not here to give stories. We are here to give facts. So you have said you are a contractor. You are in that group with 41 members kama contractors, ndio? I have asked you politely, can you just show me that group? Do you mean kwa hiyo group ya contractors wa Machakos?
I will not struggle to prove to give you another proof. I know the county government owes me na kuna mikakati.
Nichwa watu wamechoka. All they need is payment. And Madam Governor, today is on a Friday. We are giving you until Monday. Failure to that. Personally, me starting with my own family. I want to direct all my family members, friends, relatives, and all people who claim to be my good friends. On Tuesday, very early in the morning, we will head to Machakos.
It was a moment of defense and also a final attempt to seek resolution. But with the deadline passed without a clear response, the situation escalated even further. Determined to follow through on his promises, Kioko and his team moved forward with their next step. What happened next remains one of the most controversial and talked about moments in the entire story. In the process, Kioko was reportedly stopped individually believed to be law enforcement. Videos from the incident raised eyebrows, especially when claimed that some of these involved were not clearly identified. The situation quickly turned chaotic, and for a moment, Kioko disappeared from the public eye. When he was later seen again, he appeared injured and unable to move properly, an image that shocked many people and public reaction. That moment changed everything. What had started as contractual dispute was no longer just about money. It had now become a national conversation. Question of accountability began to grow louder. Was this simply free system struggle under financial pressure, or was there something deeper happening behind the scene? Because if there is no big issue about this, things will not be happening, sending goons, Sammy Kioko being beaten. That leaves us with a question. Does that mean Sammy Kioko is being shut down because he is going to expose everything? Because at the center of it all lies a simple, powerful question. All lies are simple but powerful issues. When work is done and promises are made, who truly responsibility for ensuring justice is served? What do you think really happened in this case? Share your thoughts in the comment below. And if you want more deep story like this, don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for the next video.